these sorts of adventures you think you're going to go to, how much of them would involve your cat? Question? Nothing? Anyone? Well, I think my good friend Faisal is going to tell us how he spent 4 weeks searching for his friend's cat out in the States. You want to go for it, Faisal? Round of applause, please.
Hi guys, welcome. Yeah, so this is the story about my friend's cat. I'm a school teacher, so we were staying in the summer in the UAE, just bought our house up in sunny Iraq. So it's like, yeah, that sounds good. Kids would be happy. They've been bugging me about a pet. Let me get this pet. He's gonna pay me, he's gonna give me the food. What could possibly go wrong, okay? Yeah, in fact, a lot went wrong. So everything at the beginning was very good. Little did I know, Masood was a one-eyed ginger and white cat. And I was like, what's up with the one eye? He's like, oh, bro, yeah, it's an X-ray. I rescued him. I was like, oh, you're such a nice guy. You know, but very nice personality Masood had. Very friendly. But obviously, whenever the kids was around, my kids were all under 10 at the time. They're upstairs, the cat's downstairs. The kids are downstairs, the cat's upstairs. Only at night time, Masood would come out, chill out, play with the adults. And that was all good. Whenever we got an Amazon package, we'll run to the front door. Everyone would be excited. Is it my friend? Is it a present for me? No, it's something boring like a credit card for me. So I'll open the door. And every time I open the door, Masood would just run and pop his head around. And I have to put my foot right in front of the door so he wouldn't run out. And all he could see was the trees and greenery. And I was like, okay, guys, listen, make sure you close the door every time a package delivery comes, okay? So this happened a couple of days, and then one weekend, I was like, guys, where's Masood? He's like, oh, it must be upstairs. So I go check upstairs, check under the bed, check in the sofa. Guys, I haven't seen Masood anywhere. Has anyone seen him? No? Okay, so I go downstairs. Check the toilets, check again, check the garden. And I go to the front door and I can see that the front door has been kept open. I was like, oh my goodness. This is a problem. So I was like, guys, listen, we need to come up with a plan, just like those murder mystery podcasts, the 24 hours, 48 hours is key. We've got to find this cat. So I was like, right, he really likes this crunchy food. So I'm gonna put it in a cup. I'm just gonna walk around the neighborhood and like, Gingy, Masood, where are you? So I did that, no luck. I was like, okay, this is a bit of a problem. I don't really want to talk to my friend who's coming in a couple of weeks. I need to find this cat soon. So I was like, you know what? Kids, come out, let's go out, check on ChatGPT. Where do cats go when they run out of the house? They said, oh, they're usually close by. I was like, yeah, but this one's a bit different. It's a one-eye X-ray, so would it go further out? My mind started playing games on me. How far would a cat go, especially an X-ray? So yeah, I was like, okay, I usually go out for walks at night. It's dark, it's quiet, there's no one around, so maybe Masood would be out during these times. So I would go out every night during the summer, walk around the whole block with my dry food, shaking it around. I don't know what the neighbors thought, but hey ho. And then I was thinking at night, this isn't really working. What can I do different? I was like, okay, I've got it. I'm gonna put wet food on the back of my bike, and I'm gonna shake the dry food. So it's gonna get a smell of that wet food that it really likes. Perfect. So again, I've been going around the block. Masood. In the meantime, I'm getting strays coming left, right, and center. Give this one a bit of food, give that one a bit of food, and had a bit of a posse. All of them were cats, but just not Masood. So I was like, okay, this isn't really working. What should I do? I was like, right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some posters up. I'm gonna let the community get involved in this. This is not a one-man army type thing. My kids, after the first day, they forgot all about the cat. They're like, yeah, so I'm tired. I said, okay, I guess I need to do this. So I put posters up in the local shops, I put posters up around the area, and then the very next day I got a call. And it sounded like a young lady. She's like, okay, I want to look for your cat. I was like, okay, fantastic. It's like, how much are you going to pay? I was like, I mean, 100, 200. Okay, 200, I will look for it. I was like, okay, fine. It's worth 200. So I was like, this is going to be easy now. It's not just me. There's two of us looking for this cat. Fantastic. No calls came after that. That was the first and last call I got about the cat. So I was like, I guess I'm on my own. Motivation day after day in that hot summer heat was getting lower and lower. And I was like, you know what, I think I need to call my friend and let him know that I think I've lost his cat. So my wife will be proud of me because usually I don't like conflict. So I called my friend who was in the UK at the time. I was like, yeah, hope your holiday's going well. Anyway, about Masood, I think I've lost him. And I was just keeping the phone away from my ear, waiting for him to say, oh, how could you? How dare you? And he was like, oh, it's okay, man. You know, it's an X-ray. I'm sure he can look after himself. I was like, oh, mate, this is making me feel even worse. So I was like, but don't worry. When you come, we'll look for it together. I can't really explain the landscape. It's a bit complicated. Anyway, so back to my search. I was like, right, I don't really think it's in my community. So let me go to the other side, because it's an X-ray, it could go pretty far. So I was like, I need to expand the search. So that's what I did. I went all the way to the other side, which is about a kilometer. No luck. So I was like, right, there's lots of green bushes over there, and behind that is a lot of desert. Let's go over there. And my mind was playing tricks, and I was just thinking to myself, you know what, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be looking all around Iraq in a minute. And I need a body. I need to see something. I need some closure on this. It's either alive or it's dead. And until I see that, I'm going to keep looking. So that's what I did. I kept looking without much joy. But again, I had my best mates, all these stray cats that knew what time I would be coming out. They would be lurking around, put some dry food here, some wet food there, put some food on the front of my house, on the back of my house. I was like, maybe Masood comes and eats it at night and then goes. So I was like, yeah, maybe that's what's happening. And then by the week 2, I was really lost. I was like, I don't know if I can find this cat. I don't know if someone's rescued it. I don't know if someone's found it. I don't know if it's died and someone's cleared it up. And then out of the blue, I got a WhatsApp message from a fellow cat feeder. And he says, I think I've seen your cat. And it's not too far from your house. I was like, what? Really? And then the motivation was straight back up. And instead of, I haven't found my cat, it was more like, I haven't found my cat yet. So again, I was thinking, my brain wasn't working. Right, what am I going to do? The dry food hasn't worked. The wet food hasn't worked. And then I came up with an amazing idea. I was like, you know what? I've got my friend's WhatsApp voice note. I'm going to connect that to my car, put it on the Bluetooth, wind down the windows, have dry food, have wet food, and play that on full blast. So that's what I did. And yeah, that didn't really work. I was like, right, okay. The cat is here somewhere, and it's close by. What am I going to do now? And I came up with an even better idea. I was like, right, I've got a Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to put it at the back of the bike. I'm going to have dry food. I'm going to have wet food. I'm going to walk around my area. And by this time, I don't know what my neighbors was thinking. There's probably to this day where they just say hi and bye and that's it. And I played my friend's voice note on loop. It was on constant loop while I'm walking around my neighborhood. And I thought, yeah, this is going to do it. This is going to get Masood. He's close by, but nothing. So I was doing that for 3 weeks, and then my friend came and I showed him the landscape. I was like, look, I'm really sorry. You know, we left the door open one time, and, you know, this is it. Let me walk you around. Let me show you what I've been doing. And he goes, no, it's okay, man. It's quite green. You know, I'm sure it can look after itself. You know, it's a nice place to be living for an X-ray cat. I was like, okay. You don't seem too bothered. I was like, I feel like I'm more bothered than you are about this. And yeah, this went on for 4 weeks. And at the end of 4 weeks, I went out on the back of my garden. And this is during the sun, just at sunset, just before sunset. And I saw that just before sunset, a lot of the birds come and perch down on the grass. And that was quite interesting because at night there was no birds. And who do I see after 4 weeks? I saw Masood literally 20 meters away, just sitting down. And I was like, oh my God, I think that's it. I saw the one eye. I was like, this is the cat, this is the cat. Should I get the cage? Should I leave him? Should I get food and come back? All right, this is the cat. I was like, forget the cage, forget the food. I just had to pick up Masood and bring him home. And when I brought him home, a bit like Gollum in Lord of the Flies, were like, ugh, ugh, ugh. And what came out was a carcass of a bird. And I was like, oh my God, this is how you've been surviving for these 4 weeks. So my friend was really relieved. I think I was a bit more relieved than he was. And apart from a bit of fleas, Masood was all right. And we reunited him with his owner. So that was the story of me and Masood. But it taught me something. And that something was to never give up. There was times I was tired. There was times I was lazy. There was times when I had no hope. But I was so glad that I persisted through some shape, way and form. And I was really, really thankful of that guy who took the time to message me to say that I think I found your cat, but without that, I would not have been able to find Mr. Masood. So thank you. Yeah.